Today we are filming the long-awaited what I'm packing in my hostel bag. I have been binge watching these videos from every single YouTuber that I know who has been pregnant. I feel like as a new mum, packing your hostel bag is like the be-all and end-all. There is so many things that you have to think about. You don't know if you're going to be in hostel for a week. You don't know if you're going to be in hostel for a day. You don't know how big your baby is. You don't know anything. So if you want to see what I'm packing in my hostel bag, keep on watching. Here is a little bump update. Baby boy is growing. Yeah. Whew. Guys, I am 37 weeks pregnant today as I'm filming this video. Maybe by the time you're even watching this video, I might have popped already. Who knows, okay? I have been prepping this hostel bag for the last week. I feel like every single time I watch another video, I'm like, oh, I need to add that, I need to add that. And I've been making so many Amazon Prime orders. My delivery man hates me right now. Okay, so for my hostel bag, this is the bag that I'm bringing. I actually think this is very modest. This is the bag that has just everything that I need to make myself comfortable. It's everything that I need if I need to go out to be like, get me this. I try to pack everything in here that I'll need straight away. Like even if I don't have my suitcase, as long as I've got this bag, I'll be okay. This is an Antler overnight bag, if you are wondering. I really wanted to get a bag that had a lot of pockets. She is packed to the brim, guys, okay? I have a lot of stuff in here. So the most important thing is that did not just happen. My vanity case just broke. Love that for me. Yay! I guess it's better that it's happened now than when I'm in a rush at the hostel and I give myself even more of a heart attack. I feel like this is the most important bag out of everything. This is my Toiletries bag. I had to really think, like, am I gonna wear a full beat while I give birth? I'm not gonna lie to you, I am planning to get the epidural, okay? I want all of the drugs, give me the gas and egg, the injections, the morphine, I want everything. Give me it all. This is my one chance to get I wanna get So my plan is to have the epidural, maybe film like a little get ready with me, do my skincare, because I always feel like people that have epidurals, they're just like sailing until it's time to give birth. I don't know if I'm just in la la cuckoo land. Please educate me if you are a mum out there, you had an epidural. Was your life amazing after that? At my hospital, there is something called the mobile epidural, which I am planning to get, where you are not fully numb. You are still able to feel your contractions and you're still able to move around. So fingers crossed. One of my biggest fears is that the epidural is not going to work on me. And I'm like, no, I do not want to feel anything. So inside of my Toiletries bag, I have the core basics in here. I have things like an eye mask, I've got a hairbrush, I've got my Tatcha Dewy skin cream, I have my Elemis toning pads, I've got like a dry shampoo. You know, I have a feeling that I'm gonna be very greasy. I actually don't plan on having a shower at the hostel. I don't know why, like showering there gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I am gonna bring like shower gel, body lotion, body wash, all that kind of stuff. I've got deodorant in here, lip balm, because apparently your mouth gets very dry if you do gas and air. I also have some micellar wipes, which is very important. I don't know if I will have time to put on makeup, but I did bring a little bit of like concealer, perfume, just to like freshen myself up. Even if I don't put on makeup for the birth, at least like the next day I will have just a little bit of makeup just to refresh myself, to take any nice photos, you know. This is my little Toiletries makeup bag. This is mainly just like skincare, toothbrush, like the core essentials. If you're wondering, this toiletry bag is from Rare Beauty, but clearly it's not that great quality. This was meant to be the strap. I also heard that it's very important to get your hair out of your face, so I bought hair clips, hair bands, very important. Okay, next up in my hostel bag, I have a little Perry bottle. This one is from Lancino. I did hear that they give you one at the hospital. The hard thing about packing a hostel bag is that some people are telling me that the hospital gives you everything, and some people are telling me that the hospital doesn't give you anything. So I think it depends on obviously your country and the hospital that you go to, but I like to bring my own stuff. This Perry bottle is from Lancino. I like that it has a little sprout so you can like shoot up there, you know. It gets in all the nooks and crannies. It also comes in a little nice duffel bag as well to keep it nice and safe. I also bought a nightgown from Amazon. I actually think I have two packed, one with me, and then I also packed a spare change nightgown just in case I stay in the hospital for a little bit longer. I did hear that it's important to pack like an extra pair of pyjamas because you might bleed all over yourself and then you don't want to be laying in that if you have to stay there for a couple of days. So bring some extra things you can get changed into. I also have just bought one nursing bra. I actually actually feel like I need a little bit more guidance when it comes to the nursing bra department. So if anyone has any recommendations, let me know. I literally just got this one from Amazon, and it has like this little special clip that you can free the boob in here. I am going to try my best to breastfeed, but I don't know, I've been watching so many videos about breastfeeding and it just sounds awful, guys. It sounds so hard, but I'm gonna try my best to try to get some colostrum, but I also don't know what I'm doing. So if anyone has any tips to harvest colostrum, let your girl know. Next, I packed these Freedom Mum boy shorts. This was what I was waiting to film this video on. I'm in an R in like, do I just get some granny panties from Primark? But these are the Freedom Mum boy shorts, and I've actually seen a lot of mums actually just wear this at home as they're walking around doing their chores. This one in particular doesn't come with a liner, so you have to put your own pad in here, which is nice because you can kind of change them out, and also it's disposable as well, so you can literally just toss them away after. You don't have to worry about doing any washing. I bought about 4 pairs in total, so I hope that's enough. Next, I got my granny maxi pad. This is from Lancino, and guys, look at how big this pad is. Oh my god, it's literally like the size of my forearm, and people were even telling me that this isn't big enough, so I have bought backups, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Apparently after birth, you are gonna bleed so much, which is so fun and exciting. I cannot wait. Sounds lovely. I'm actually really nervous because I haven't actually used a pad in so long. I'm normally like a tampon kind of gal. But yeah, apparently you are like bleeding for up to 6 weeks after birth, which is crazy. So I packed about 5 of these maxi pads. Hopefully that's enough. I also got this from Lancino as well. This is the organic post-birth relief spray. It's just a little spray for your bitch, you know, trying to like keep everything soothed post-birth, you know. It's gonna be sore and painful down there. Do you know what? I'm actually very nervous that I'm gonna tear or I'm gonna have to get cut, and it just sounds so terrifying. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the birth, and I'm trying not to think about it too much, but it's such a scary thing to think about. Like, down there might not be the same, okay? It might be like a loose bucket down there. Who knows? We have a tripod, you know, typical YouTuber fashion. I have to make sure that I get footage on my phone. I am going to try to vlog the birth. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, we actually remember to turn on the camera this time. But I'm going to try to like get footage, and I want to get photos and stuff like that. Even if I don't post it online, I still want to keep it for myself. So you guys will be with me in that room. Don't you worry, cheering me on. Next, I have a fan as well. I heard that fans are very important because you're going to be very hot, especially when you are, you know, pushing with all your might. I like that this bag has loads of little tiny pockets, by the way. I do have a feeling that I need to make Guang repack this bag for me so he knows exactly where everything is. We have this little pocket in here. Let me take everything out. This is my booby pocket. So inside of here, I've got little silverettes. I heard that these are a lifesaver, especially when you have the cracked sore nipples. Honestly, like giving birth and having a baby just sounds glorious, doesn't it, guys? I've also got the Lancino nipple balm as well. I heard that this is amazing. I also got a little sample of disposable breast pads. I did hear that your milk supply won't even come in until about 3 days post having a baby. So I don't think I'll need any of this. But after watching other people's hostel bag videos, everyone has packed them. So I'm like, okay, let me just follow the crowd. I have a pair of socks in here just in case my feet gets cold. This, my friend, is also very important when I have to breathe. Clear my airways, you know. I actually got this from Vietnam, but it's basically like little herbs in here that's like eucalyptus, and it just opens up your airways and it makes you like really like breathe in deep. I really am gonna try to practice all of my hypnobirthing techniques and all of my box breathing and making sure that I breathe through the contractions and I'm just one wave away from meeting my baby. I'm gonna try to do all of the affirmations as much as I can, but every single time I breathe this in, I always feel so much more like calmer. That was a must to bring in my hostel bag. And then, most importantly, we got the snacks, okay? The snacks are the most important, girl. I actually had to pack for me and Guang, and we're both like huge snackers. So I've got like 2 Snickers bars in here, I've got cereal bars in here for days, and we've got some more snacks in the actual suitcase. But I have to make sure that I have snacks in my actual bag, just in case, you know, I can't reach over. I can just grab the bag while I'm in the bed. Got my snacks, you know. However, I did hear that if you have an epidural, you're not allowed to eat. So let me know. Can I eat? Can I not eat if I have an epidural? Oh my god. I just know with this pregnancy, I'll be probably a hungry bitch, because honestly, my last couple of weeks during my pregnancy, I feel like a ravenous animal. I want to eat everything. Every 2 hours, I'm like, right, I'm hungry again. What else can we eat? And it's so true what they say about the 3rd trimester. That is where you gain the most amount of weight. Like, girl, my double chin is coming back. Okay, so that's basically all of my essential products that I need for me. If there's anything that you think that I'll need to have like close to me, please let me know, please. Because I don't know what I'm doing here, okay girl? Okay, next up we have baby's hospital bag. How cute is this, guys? This is like a little mini suitcase. I've actually had this in my attic for so long, but I never had any idea what I'm gonna do with it until I was like, oh, baby can have his own little suitcase. Because originally I was gonna pack my stuff and baby stuff all together in one bag, but I think it's really important to actually split everything up, because when Gran needs to grab something, he doesn't have to rummage through my things. He can just go straight to baby's things. So this is from a brand called Cabin Max. It also has a little slider in here that you can put on top of the suitcase as well. So it's basically like a little carry-on. It also has a little strap as well that you can put over your shoulder. So super easy to sling on. And in here, let me show you what's inside. Dun dun dun. This is actually very organised for me, if I do say so myself. One thing about packing for the baby is that you don't know what size they're gonna be. So what if they come out and they're like tiny baby? Or what if they come out and they're like a big bitch? So I had to make sure that I packed a little bit of everything. Let's start on this side right here. So this side is all of baby's things. Like we do have some formula. I do plan on combo feeding, but I just don't know when to introduce the formula bottle. Like, do I do it straight away, or do I try as much as I can to breastfeed, and then when I can't, that's when I put in the formula? If anyone has any tips, let your girl know, because I think this is one of the most confusing things about babies. Like, just feeding and like how often you have to feed them. How do you remember what boob you fed them with last, so that you're always alternating? How do you pump? How do you know how long you can leave the milk out for? Like, I just have so many questions. So I'm gonna be in the comments looking for some suggestions, some advice, so help your sister out, okay? This is basically a bottle that has formula already mixed inside, and it is all sterilized and everything, so you can basically use it from birth. This is gonna come in clutch just in case, you know, the boobies are not working. I am a little bit nervous because I do have breast implants, so I really hope like these boobs are gonna produce something. We also have some nappies as well. This is the brand of nappies that we're going to be using. It's from Toiletries. Look how small this is. Oh, it's such a little baby size. This is a little newborn baby size. I actually can't believe that a baby's going to fit their little tushy in here. I bought about 8 pairs of nappies. And then I also bought some baby wipes as well. And then also I got 2 little pacifiers. Me and Grandma are really debating if we're going to give them dummies. We did say that we're going to try to hold off as long as we can, but girl, I know when that baby's crying, you're just gonna be like, shut it, girl. I also didn't know if I needed to bring an actual bottle. Like, I don't know, what if we like run out of this and then they have like formula at the hospital that we need to use. So we are going to be trying out Lancino and also Dr. Brown's as well. But I actually don't think we're going to be using this. I'm hoping that baby is going to come out, he's going to nurse straight away, he's going to latch on, and it's going to be plain sailing from there, girl. I'm manifesting my future of breastfeeding right now. Next we have some muslin cloths. I packed about 3. Is that enough? I do not know. A lot of people actually said to pick up the long muslin cloth so you can just sling it over your shoulder when you need to burp the baby, you know. Someone actually told me that if you are breastfeeding, you don't have to burp the baby because they don't really take in much air. So let me know if that is true, ladies. Me and Guy are currently actually going to baby classes at the moment, and we're learning so much. So if you are a new parent and you have no idea how to change a diaper, how to bath a baby, definitely put yourself in for some antenatal classes. Okay, that's on one side, and now on the other side we have baby's like clothes, going out outfit. He's going out, going to the club outfit. Hey, he actually has everything in packing cubes. This is baby's blanket that we're going to use. It's like this really nice like muslin cloth material. It's actually really big, and then we can also double this up and use this to swaddle him as well. There is just so much to learn when it comes to babies, and so much like lingo that you have to learn, like swaddling. I had no idea what that was, but apparently babies like to be really tight when they sleep because they have like these reflexes where they just wake themselves up. So when you swaddle them, they feel like nice and contained, and they can actually have a good night's sleep. Okay, so inside of this little baggie, we have some bibs. We have this little mitts, guys. how cute are these little scratch mittens? I actually bought 2 of them. And then we also have some little socks. Oh my god, they're so cute. And then we also have hats. Apparently hats are actually very important for babies. It's one of the first things that they need to put on because babies hate being cold and they actually lose a lot of heat from their head. So putting on a little hat straight away is super important. And a lot of times the baby's hat's going to get all like grimy, dirty. It's got like blood, mucus on it. So want to make sure you have a couple hats. I think I bought about 3 in total. And then in this little bag right here is all of baby's clothing items. So this is where I found it really hard to know what to pack for the baby, and I had to do so much research in knowing what does babies even wear. So apparently the rule is whatever you are wearing, you need to +1. So if you're wearing just like one outfit, they need to have on like a little bralette underneath. It's called a little baby grow. And I bought 1 long sleeve. Like a baby's gonna fit in this, and it might even be too big for the baby. And this is so tiny. It honestly brings a tear to my eye already just thinking about it. Then I also have like some short sleeve ones. I bought newborn, tiny baby, and 0 to 3 months just in case. And then we also have this little outfit which is so cute. It says born in 2025. Ah, so cute. And then this brand called Baby Mori. Guys, I need to stock up on this brand because the quality of this clothing is like something else. It's so soft and so buttery. It's almost like if Skims was in like a baby outfit. It's like that really stretchy kind of soft material, and we've washed this already and I can tell that it washes really nicely. Like this is just from Primark and I can see like the quality isn't as soft after the wash, but this one, I'm impressed, girl. So the main thing that babies are gonna wear is these little sleep suits, and it's important to kind of find ones that has these little mittens that's already inbuilt in here with the little footsies already. And also we want zips, guys, okay? I should have listened to all my friends. They all said don't buy clothing that has buttons, okay? Unless you want to hate yourself in the middle of the night. They always say go for zips, but it's so hard because when you're in the shop you're like, oh, this is so cute, I'm just gonna buy it anyways, even though you know it's got buttons and you're gonna hate it later on. I actually need to think like, girl, you need to be functional, okay? Don't be wasting your money buying all these stupid things when you know at the end of the day what you need to buy. I've also got a little plain little white one in here. This is for tiny babies, a very, very small one as well. So I tried to get a little mixture of everything. I actually really want to find like a really cute going home outfit. So if anyone has any suggestions of cute like first baby welcome to the world kind of outfits and where to buy them from, let your girl know. Okay, so that is everything that is inside of baby's hostel bag. Please let me know again if I am missing anything. Okay, so now actually let's go through what I'm packing in the actual hostel suitcase. Okay, so this bad boy I just added recently. This is the last thing I was waiting to film this video. So these are disposable diapers, and a lot of you guys actually recommended this to me. Like probably like 90% of my DMs when I showed you what was in my hostel bag on IG stories, they were like, girl, fuck the pads, okay? Use the pads at home when you're on like week number 2, but when you come out of the hospital you're gonna be bleeding so much that you want to get adult diapers. Adult diapers for incontinence. And you want to get the large size. You want to get the super L plus. Very sexy. This is the epitome of granny panty. You know Bridget Jones ain't got nothing on these, honey. I could literally just shit myself in these pants and I'll be okay, you know. It says that it's no leaking. Adult diapers apparently is a must. Next we have, this is my clothing, kind of going home outfits, extra pajamas. I also bought a robe in here as well. Apparently at the hospital they are always coming in and out of the hospital all the time, and the nightgown that I had is a short sleeve, so I wanted to make sure that I've got like extra layers just in case I get really cold. This is a robe, and then I have my going home outfit that day. It's literally just like a baggy jumper and some tracksuit bottoms and an extra pair of pajamas in here. I like to have everything in its own little packing cube rather than just letting things float around in here, just so that if I need Grant to like pass through something, he can just quickly give me the bag rather than like me having to bend over and rummage for anything. And then this is all of our electronics. So inside of here we have 2 portable chargers, because ain't nothing worse than when both of your phone is dying and you're like trying to fight over the portable charger. So I packed 2, one for me, one for Grant. I also have a little portable light, you know, just in case I want to take a selfie or something. I also have a long cable charger, which which I think is very important because you don't know how far the socket is going to be from your bed. I also have my little film camera as well that I got in Japan. I really want to make an effort to make sure that I take photos on my film camera. It's so hard because it's a lot easier just to take one on your phone, but there's something so special about having one photo that was just there in the moment. There's no retake, and it's also special whenever you develop the film and you remember like all the places that you've been. It's so special. If you're into like photography and memories and keepsakes and stuff like that, definitely recommend to get yourself a film camera. And then I also have another fan as well. This one is one that actually like lays flat like this, so you never know how hot you're gonna get, you know. Want to pack everything inside of here. Make sure I've got all of my electrics. I also need to make sure I bring like a bigger tripod stand as well. There's a couple of things that are still on my list that I need to pack, but because I'm using it day to day, I can't put it in my hospital bag yet. Okay, we also have some flip-flops as well, which is very important for if you plan to take a shower, go to the bathroom. These are some crusty dusty ones that I actually stole from a spa. I don't know if I should be bringing this, if I'm honest. This is just some makeup, some extra skincare if I do plan on doing a full beat. I've got my powder in here, I've got my setting spray in here. This is actually my travel makeup bag whenever I'm going on holiday, so I normally pack like extra things in here just in case I want to do like more skincare, spray on perfume, make myself feel good, you know. This is like the case I always bring with me. To be honest, I highly doubt that I'm going to be using that, if I'm honest, because I am planning to maybe do like some lash extensions and like tint my brows, so hopefully I can just put a little bit of concealer and still look kind of cute. I doubt that's probably going to be anything that I'm worried about during labour, but I don't know, I just want to make sure that I get the nice photos, you know. Alright, so on this side we have the essentials in here. This is my BB Hug Me breastfeeding pillow. I love this pillow. I'm actually really debating on whether I should bring my pregnancy pillow with me, because apparently pillows, they are very scarce in the hospital, so this is going to be good when baby arrives, and then also I can hug it as well. There's something that happens to you when you're pregnant, and because you can't sleep on your back or your front, you have to lay on your side, and just hugging something or putting something between your legs just makes everything like so much more easier because your hips aren't as dislocated. We also have a speaker, which is very important. You know what, I actually am a little bit worried because I don't know what I'm gonna play in the background to keep myself like zen and keep my oxytocin flowing. You know, there's some people that like watches Harry Potter all the time, or they put on Friends all the time. I don't have any movies that I watch religiously like that, so yeah, I'm probably gonna put on like Love is Blind or something, some trash TV in the background. Next we have a sleep swaddle. This is from the same brand that does our snoo, and this is the 5-second sleep swaddle. It basically keeps the baby's arms kind of like down so that I don't have to worry about using the actual blankets. This is an actual swaddle, so I heard that the Happiest Baby ones are really good. Also bought some slippers as well. I think when you're labouring for a long time, like you want to make sure your feet feel comfortable, you know. These are just some slippers that I stole from the hotel. Next up we have Lucozade electrolytes. You want to keep your energy flowing. I don't think that you are able to eat when you have epidural, but I think you are able to drink. This is going to give me a little bit more energy. And then we also have some long cables just in case I need to charge my iPad, we need to charge our laptop, charge our cameras. So this is just like an extension cable because again, you don't know how far you're going to be from the outlet. I also have a packet of cards just in case I want to gamble, take a couple of risks before I give birth. No, I feel like me and Graham are probably gonna like just like play some games together. I feel like there's so much time that actually passes before you actually give birth. We also have my very important Stanley cup. This is very important on the day. I have to make sure I fill this up with shit tons of ice, water. Apparently you get really thirsty while you're pushing out a baby, so this Stanley cup has to come with me, and she's a big bitch as well, so gonna make sure she's full. Next I have some medicine. This is just paracetamol, ibuprofen. I don't know if I should be taking this actually. Maybe I should leave this at home. Should I leave this at home? Let me know in the comments. They're probably gonna give me all of the drugs at the hospital, right? I think it's important to just bring back up just in case. Maybe Graham might need some. And then lastly we have some snacks. I have some roast beef Monster Munch crisps. Ugh, I have a feeling down there is gonna look like roast beef for me. And then I also have some bacon flavoured crisps to treat myself. I bought myself a Dubai Lindt chocolate bar. This was £10. £10. So I'm gonna treat myself. As soon as I pop out that baby, I'm gonna eat this whole bar to myself. This is my treat once I pop out the baby. Okay, that is everything that I'm packing inside of my hospital bag. Oh, guys, when I tell you, I am so nervous. I've really been trying to watch a lot of other people's birth videos, birth stories, and it's so scary because you never never know what's gonna happen. Like, will you be induced? Will the baby come early? Oh, I just really hope that I have a healthy, happy baby that comes out, even if he has to come out in the C-section, which I really do not want, guys. Before we leave this video, I really want to tell you my birth plan. I know everyone has such different preferences, but like I told you guys earlier, I am planning to have an epidural. As soon as I get in there, as soon as I'm 4 centimeters dilated and I have the A-OK, sign me up to the epidural, okay? Because I feel like in this day and age, there's so much technology out there. Why would we not take advantage of it, you know? No one gets any prizes or any medals for giving birth without any medication, okay? I have had all the surgeries in my lifetime. I'm not scared of needles at all. The only complication, obviously, that can come from epidurals is you might have to have more interventions. Like, you might not be able to push as well as obviously if you was doing it naturally. But you know what? If I have to have any interventions, it is what it is. I am going to try my best to go into labour by myself without any intervention. So I'm currently drinking the raspberry loose leaf tea. I'm currently trying to eat the dates. I'm trying to like walk on the curb and trying to like make my body go into labour naturally. It's really hard because everyone that I talk to, they have such different stories. One of my friends gave birth like 18 days earlier before her due date. Some of my friends had to wait until they're like nearly 42 weeks. So it's so different with everyone's birth. So I am going to try to trust that baby is going to come when baby boy is ready. If he's anything like me, he'll probably be late. I'm also planning to have Guang and my sister as my birthing partners. I am a little bit nervous about this, guys, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite a prude. Like, I don't really like to get naked in front of people. I cover up, you know, as much as I'm a little fat online, I like to wear little booty shorts, but I actually like, I'm quite a covered up kind of person. So the idea of me lifting my legs, spreading over, maybe pooing on someone, even just the thought of that makes me feel very nervous. But I really have to trust and believe that they do this day in, day out. They don't care if you shit on someone, if you diarrhea on someone, if you vomit on someone. I feel like all my dignity is gonna be flying out the window. I'm not gonna lie, at the start of my pregnancy, I was so scared. And then during the middle of my pregnancy, I was like, yeah, I love being pregnant. What is wrong with being pregnant? I could do this 10 times over. But now that I'm coming to the end of my pregnancy, yo, the nerves have come back like full. This is like a big event, you know, this is like a triathlon. I feel like I'm training for a marathon over here. But if you guys have any questions or have any advice for my birth, please let your girl know down below, okay? I feel like the most amazing thing that I've learned throughout this journey is how amazing motherhood is and the motherhood community. And even if, you know, we have different preferences or different beliefs, it's so nice to know that so many of us can relate to each other and have gone through similar situations, from reading that damn pregnancy test for the first time and crying your eyes out, to packing a hospital bag, to planning for birth. Like, this is such an amazing time as women to be united and actually feel like, oh my god, you know, we have this like connection and this bond and we can actually like relate to each other. So I'm so excited for this new journey ahead. I really cannot wait for what 2026 has in store for us. If you want to learn more about how my 3rd trimester went, go and watch that video. I felt like it was so nice. In that video, we got to see our 4D scan and also do all of our last minute things before baby boy arrives. So go watch that video if you haven't already. I feel like it's so nice to actually watch back at all the different stages of pregnancy, especially when you compare it to like your 1st trimester and how much has changed, not only physically but mentally at the same time. I love you guys so much and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.